First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Let's go, baby. Ready. Is the mic. Hey, come on, let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Catch is made by Harry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone.
Ready, 95, 56, 59. Over. You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Here's Breeze to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long.
Check out. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check safety. Check safety. You kill. Do. Hey, wahoo.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. 40. Hey, Charlie. Check.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Ryan gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
47 is the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm
Throwing again. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Delta. Mike's 47. Here we go. 47 is the mic.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
21.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Watch Twitch.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
51, Tom! 25! 47 the mic, boy, 47. Hey, high 7.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ryan. Going for it all. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Touchdown, Falcons.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. The throw by Breeze complete to Kirkwood. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating there.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready. 9-8. 59. 0-2.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He'll get this one to Switzer. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check. Heavy on the edges,
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Got a man open. That's Harry. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The Saints. Call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Breeze now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 25 on 2nd down, Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Breeze going to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
20, Saints 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Tuesday.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one caught by Ridley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 4. Hey, South. Check 3. Check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Drew Brees, 6 4th-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brees. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a... And he's got it! Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So in Saints territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Back 25. 39. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All the way.
On second and 12, Ryan. Catch is made by Harry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Hey, Haywood. I can't believe they let you play. 51. Keystone travel. Kill. Check. Lucky. Hey, express. Hey, exit.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Here we go. Tight dog.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The busy night continues for Kamara. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Ready. 5-8. Come on, QB, come on. Sammy. Hey, Foxtrot. Check 45 to mine. Check 45 to mine. They can't hang with us.
Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady.
At the Falcons' 27-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready.